Yes guys, welcome back to the Full On Football channel. It is time for yet another match day vlog, and today we are heading back to North Hertfordshire to the Lamex to watch Stevenage take on Peterborough United in League One. Now I know, like I say it every video, but it's another reasonably big game today. Stevenage, 2 defeats on the bounce. Of course we saw them lose 2-0 away at Charlton last Saturday, and then on Tuesday night midweek they lost 3-1 away at Crawley. So the Borough are desperately in the need of 3 points, and they host Peterborough today, who again, it's sort of similar to the Cambridge situation. I don't think they are local rivals, at least I don't think the fans see it that way, but they are relatively close, so there is that sort of aspect of a bit of a rivalry there. So yeah, Peterborough United, of course, as well this season. I don't know what's gone wrong with them, really struggling this season. They're sitting 20th place, just above the bottom 4. And they're also coming off the back of a away defeat at Charlton, 2-1 though, however, so they did manage to score. So they did look a bit better than Stevenage last Saturday, but still lost the game, of course. So they will be looking to win today. Now, Stevenage have struggled against Peterborough as of late. They played them twice at the back end of last year in the league, and then in the midweek, again, in the EFL Trophy, lost both games. So yeah, Stevenage have always found it quite difficult against Peterborough United, so it'll be interesting to see whether they can find some form today, get back to winning ways, and finally beat Peterborough United. I'm really looking forward to this one. Like I said, it is that sort of local-ish derby, I guess you could say. Please don't comment me in the comments. So I'm expecting Peterborough to fill that away in today. There's going to be a lot of noise. I'm sure the East Coast is going to be bouncing as well. So without any further ado, guys, let's get up to Stevenage. Let's see what happens today.
Missing someone with all your missing someone with how much you miss it, and you deserve, and you deserve, and you deserve, and you did it right from the start.
Alright then guys, we have made it to Stevenage, from Wembley to Stevenage, and I'm joined with the main man. It's not Ethan today, it's my dad.
Oh yeah.
Right, so you have got an incredibly good knack at predicting scores on the channel, haven't you, Dad?
Yeah, I've done pretty well. Yeah, not too bad.
So, Stevenage v Peterborough today. Stevenage, 2 games in a row that they've lost. Peterborough coming off the back of a 2-1 defeat at Charlton. What are you thinking for today? Score prediction?
Stevenage on, like you say, a bit of a bad run of form at the moment, but Peterborough are doing awful. So I think Stevenage 2-1.
2-1 Stevenage?
Yeah.
I'm sure the Borough fans will take that. I didn't do my score prediction earlier, so I'll do it quickly now. I reckon today it's going to be, Stevenage on that. They're on a bit of a rut of form, but they've also got a knack themselves of being able to beat good teams and then lose to ones that they should be beating if they can beat good teams, like sort of Wrexham and Barnsley. So I think today, I think Stevenage might turn up today. I think they are. So I'm going to go with a 1-0. 1 goal, I think will do it today for Stevenage. Yeah, on the way to the ground now, and we'll see you when we're in there.
So here we are then, ladies and gents, inside the Lamex now. It's about 45 minutes to go to a kick-off.
And I said it in the intro, I was expecting Peterborough to fill this away end, and well, as you can see, the scattered fans there sort of shows one thing: they're going to fill that away end from left to right. They're Peterborough fans, and they're pouring in still. Fair play to them. Stevenage, of course, as well. Those who remember, we were sat right over there on that O of Borough in the West Stand. That was for the Birmingham v Stevenage Virtue Cup Trophy vlog. If you haven't watched that, go and do so already. But yeah, back in the East Terrace for the first time in 2025. Like I said, kick-off is in like 45 minutes time. So the drummers out in the away and Peterborough boys making the noise before kick-off.
Take on Charlton in a big game, which could have seen Stevenage in the playoffs. A couple of 5:30 if results went their way. They went on to lose 2-0 and then went on to lose 3-1 to Crawley, here in the bottom 4 on Tuesday night. 3 games now in a row that Stevenage have lost. Birmingham in the Virtue Cup before those 2 defeats in the league. They will be desperate to get their season back up and running again, as they are now about 6 points or even more behind the playoffs. Well, they take on Peterborough United today, who after a pretty successful last season, losing to Oxford in the playoffs, who eventually got promoted. It has been an incredibly poor season this season from POSH, sitting just above the bottom 4, and the uncertainty of the drop is not looking good. They're going to try their best to try and get a win here today at the Lamex to take back to Peterborough. It's a big game today. Stevenage looking to get their season back up and running after 3 defeats in a row. Peterborough looking to climb away from the bottom 4 and into another season of League One next season. It's a big game in this somewhat local clash. Kickoff is coming up. Well, I said it before, didn't I? Like I said in the intro, expected it to be a sellout, and that looks pretty sold out to me. Fair play to all the POSH fans making their way to North Hertfordshire today. Closest either side I've come to scoring all game really. That's the first big chance. Ball's in the back of the net. Handling it at the back post. Unlucky. It's half time at the Lamex, Stevenage 0, Peterborough United 0, and it's that common Stevenage cliche, isn't it, on the channel? A half of not much goal mouth action. Neither side have really created a whole lot. I feel like, I don't really think any side have actually been the better side, to be honest. No one's really looked that good. Stevenage look okay going forward, Peterborough look decent going forward, but both pretty solid defensively. I think Peterborough look the most open defensively out of the 2 sides, but Stevenage just haven't looked sharp enough to get through. Too slow going forward when they do go forward. They just haven't been able to create an opening yet. Peterborough look the most dangerous going forward out of the 2, but again themselves haven't been able to find a solid opening yet. Stevenage of course came the closest, scoring that offside goal midway through the first half, but aside from that, there's not been many efforts on goal, and any effort on goal, as you just saw, gone flying over the bar. Still yet to see anything of any quality, still yet to see a goal in this game. This big game in League One. It's 0-0 at half time. Very big chance, literally just a minute and a half into the second half for Stevenage. Really good start, good save for the people, that's a massive stop.
Roberts. That's how it was. Complete giveaway. Didn't get it on camera. I don't know what he was doing. Complete giveaway. Gives the Peterborough a chance. I mean, they did one. They still had work to do. It wasn't like it was a straight giveaway. They run and then tapped it in. They had to find the passes. They did find the passes. They smashed in. Peterborough back level. And that is it here at the Lamex. It ends a point apiece. Well, it wasn't a bad game in the end. At least we saw some goals. Both Stevenage and Peterborough had some decent chances in that second half. I think Peterborough will be the most satisfied with that result, of course, considering their league position. But the draw doesn't really do either clubs of any favours. That's sort of shown by that full-time reaction. No one sort of showed any emotion there. Peterborough fans didn't cheer for the point. Of course not, good the Stevenage fans. They should have won that, in my opinion. But we'll get more into that outside. But for now, this local-ish clash ends. Stevenage 1, Peterborough 1.
Alright then guys, full time at the Lamex, Stevenage 1, Peterborough United 1, and in the end I feel like, I know I said at the time I think Stevenage deserved to win it at the end there, but after reflection, walking back to the car, I think the draw probably was a fair result. In the first 45, neither team really had any quality about them going forward. Of course, both teams foraged forward. They got to the edge of the box, but that's sort of all that really happened. Of course, Stevenage did find the net. It was offside, but that was the only time they actually really troubled the goalkeeper or gave him anything to think about. Aside from that, any shot from Stevenage was either put wide or over the bar. Peterborough didn't really have many chances, if any, in that first half. So yeah, I feel like going in at half-time 0-0 was the fair result. And in the second half, Stevenage started off the better of the two. The first chance sort of not 4.5 minutes, sorry, about a minute and a half in, forcing the keeper to make a save. And then, of course, Dan Kemp scoring that goal to open the scoring on the 60th or so minute, sort of midway through that second half. And then Stevenage, I don't think they sat off, but they began to get a bit scrappy, a bit sloppy in play, and Peterborough started getting into it a bit, but their goal came from a Jordan Roberts mistake. It was an awful mistake. He was in a situation where he had the ball, took it past a few Peterborough defenders, but was facing his own goal. And instead of just clearing the ball out when he had no options, he tried to play his way out of the situation, and then by doing that gives it straight to the Peterborough players, who of course play their way in, and then it smashed into the back of the net, giving Peterborough the equaliser. So Peterborough did have chances in that second half, but still nothing really clear cut, and I do believe that if Jordan Roberts hadn't have made that mistake, Stevenage probably would have walked away with 3 points today, but it wasn't to be. Can't fault Peterborough. You can't say that they didn't deserve something, because they did defend quite well. They did keep Stevenage out, and they did have a few chances, but yeah, still nothing really clear cut. And yeah, I think the draw was a fair result, because no one really did look that good in the game today. What do you think? You said 2-1.
Yeah, as soon as it was 1-1, that's what it looked like it was going to stay. It wasn't a lot of action, goalmouth action. There's a few good moves to the goal, and then it just fizzled out. It's pretty boring, really, for me, anyway.
Yeah, well, at least it wasn't a typical Stevenage game where we go and they either lose 1-0 or 2-0 or it's a 0-0. Thankfully, we actually did see Stevenage score and put a bit of a performance in. I don't think it was a terrible game. Like I said, I've seen worse at the Lamex. But yeah, it wasn't incredible, but it's something to build on, I guess. But I think Stevenage fans will be pretty begrudged by the result in the end because, of course, where Peterborough are in the table, and they feel like they want to be winning games like that to put themselves back up toward the playoffs, because that's what Stevenage are really good at doing. They're good at beating teams like Wrexham, like Barnsley, and putting performances in against teams like Birmingham when they shouldn't really be beating teams like that. And then when they do claim the 3 points and the wins from those sort of games, you think they could be able to beat teams like Crawley, like Peterborough, who are struggling at the bottom of the table. But it just never seems to work out like that for some reason for Stevenage. One of my mates sums it up perfectly. He says that Stevenage are a Robin Hood team, steal from the rich and give to the poor. So yeah, that's essentially what they've done today, with Jordan Roberts giving Peterborough that goal. But like I said, I feel like Peterborough, with some of the chances they had, did deserve at least a point out of today's game. But anyway, guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you have enjoyed, please like, please subscribe, and I will see you again on Tuesday evening when I'm going to go to tick off a new ground in England. I'm so looking forward to this one. I'm going to Southend United versus Aldershot in the Vanarama National League. So I will see you guys next time.